प्रकाश गुहा जुवेंटस हेल्थ केयर लिमिटेड रो मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर भारतीय फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री सहित दीर्घ 36 वर्ष धरी जड़ित से तांको नेतृत्व में जुवेंटस भारतीय फार्मास्यूटिकल दुनिया रे निजर एक स्वतंत्र परिचय सृष्टि करि पारिछि। पूर्वरु से आल्केम लैबोरेटरीज रो प्रेसिडेंट सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग एंड वंडर लिमिटेड रे डेप्यूटी मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर हिसाब रे काम करिसेंती। समाज रो निम्न वर्ग एवं अनाथंक पई तांको सेवार तुलना नाही। से जड़े परोपकारी एवं बदान्य व्यक्ति अनेक स्वेच्छासेवी संगठन सहित से जड़ित। राष्ट्रीय उद्योग रत्न पुरस्कार राजीव गांधी शिरोमणि पुरस्कार रे से सम्मानित होइछंती। उत्कल विश्वविद्यालय से विज्ञान रे डिग्री हासिल करिछंती।
May I request you, sir, to please address the House.
Namaskar. I'm really thankful to OTV for inviting me to this platform. I really don't know in which language should I speak because I can speak very well in Odia also as well as in Hindi also. But I would like to stick to English for simple reason that this is a very technical subject and a technical subject only can be explained in English because most of the words are in English. So it would be better if anyone would like to, hear in Odia, that also I can do. Mu bhallo ki Odia kahi pare, au tanu mu Odia re bhi kahi pare, au Hindi re bhi kahi pare. तथा मु इंग्लिश रे कहू चाहिए कहीं ना आमर पर्टिकुलरली फार्मास्यूटिकल एवं साइंस ए दीटा आपणकर इंग्लिश रे ही कहवाटा प्रयोज्य कहीं इंग्लिश न कहले टे कहया को असुविधा हम कहीं से गुड़ा ट्रांसलेट करवा टे असुविधा। टॉपिक जोटा आज टॉपिक हाउ टू कर्टेल द ग्रोथ ऑफ फेक ड्रग्स in our country. Honestly speaking, this is a very concerning subject and issue for leading pharmaceutical companies. All leading pharmaceutical companies today are trying to find out a solution to that. We do have certain solutions and more we are working on that because we are trying to innovate more and more ways by which we can really stop it. But to a large extent, we have succeeded in that. I would just like to take you through that, what we have done till date. Actually, just for the understanding of the audience, I would like to say that in India, almost say 20 top companies have got 70% market share. And rest, we have got more than 5,000 pharma companies, but only 20 companies holds 70% market share, and rest all companies put together is around, say 30% or little lesser than that. We actually, I'm fortunate that we belong to that 20 top companies. So we are hands-on with most of the things. And actually, if you see, this 20 companies are the worst sufferer with this fake drugs because the leading brands only are being faked or counterfeited, and these are facing the challenges. These leading brands are facing the challenges. Now, what measures we are intending to take? There are various measures which we have already taken and some we are intending to take. As I said that these 20 companies are facing the challenges and they are the leading companies of the country. And actually, these companies have got large field force, including ours. We have large field force. And first thing, we have trained our field force because our field force, they are covering entire country, goes to nook and corner of this country. And they are the first source of information to us that what is happening at the ground level. So we have trained them to find out whether these counterfeit activities are going on or not, or fake drugs are being sold by distributors or not. So this is the first source of ours to get information. And the moment we get information from this source, we work on that. Number one, what we do is we consult our legal sale. We consult with them. And legal sale sends a desist, that is cease and desist notice to this vendors, whoever is selling, and tries to strike off their license as well as their activities through legal process. And post that, what we do is that we inform this drug department. Then we also inform this vigilance sale, which is there. Government has created a vigilance sale where we inform them that this type of activities are happening. And then also what we do is we mail our doctors and also try to circulate through various mediums to different consumers and users about the fake drugs which is available in the market. That is one way of doing that. There are various ways how do we tackle that. The second way is we, as a company, now we have a robust system of pharmacovigilance. Pharmacovigilance is actually the quality of the drug as well as the desired result, what a doctor is supposed to get when he prescribes to his patient. If that desired result doesn't come, then a doctor is supposed to inform to our pharmacovigilance department that your drug is not working to the extent what is expected to be done. So accordingly, we immediately work on that, and then we try to find out the drug is of ours or it is a fake drug. And in many cases, we have found that the drug which doctor has used in the name of ours is turned out to be a fake drug. So we immediately jump on to action, and then many situation we have seen that the people, those who have been involved with that, they are being punished. So that is, pharmacovigilance is another way by which we tackle this situation. Then we use our lot of logistic partners to really find out that if such things are happening in the market, then they should inform us quickly so that we can take appropriate action. Now, there are various other activities which we do or measures we take. One is at the manufacturing side, we keep our control, and there is a strict vigilance, and every batch is being stored, and they are called as controlled sample. They are being kept at factory level, and we have got vigilance officer at factory level also to see that whether there is some proliferage or somebody is working against the organization or doing something wrong or not. So these things are, it's a continuous process. Also at the level of packaging material, where the packaging materials are being manufactured or prepared, there also we keep a tab, and we see that there is no proliferage of our packaging material, because packaging material is the most important thing which can lead to this fake drugs, because inside what is given, nobody looks at that, but outside is the real thing, because a consumer buys a product seeing the outside cover. Inside whatever is there in the product, hardly anybody can understand that, because unless that is tested, nobody can really understand that. So this is majorly packaging is responsible for these fake drugs or counterfeit drugs. So that we keep a track of that, we keep a tab on that, and periodically we do audit on that so that we can understand whether anybody is playing around with that, somebody is there is any proliferage or somebody manufacturing in excess and then giving it to somebody without our knowledge. So we keep a track of that. There also we have got vigilance officer, and all these things are managed directly by our QA and QC, that is quality assurance and quality control. Those who are responsible for controlling quality, they are being given this responsibility. Now, in packaging, because as I said, that packaging is the most responsible factor for which we see that most of the time this counterfeit, fake drugs are being sold in the market. They are sold because nobody knows what is there inside the drug, because everybody looks at the packaging. If the packaging is the same or similar, they have got a tendency to buy that. So at that level only we try to protect ourselves. So there are things like, you can have holograms in your packaging. You can have exclusive, that is nano, micro, nano, prints in your packaging. It is just like your currency note, because the way currency notes are being printed, it is just like that. And if you do that, then you can make out whether you only can know that whether your packaging is this is your product or not, because your people only can understand about that packaging, because the micro, nano, you have to understand what is there inside. Now, outside people cannot understand that, so we can make out from that. And then, there are some global suppliers, which is tamper-proof, mechanism is being applied. They supply this packaging materials, which we procure from them. There are very far and few such manufacturers in the world. So we procure from them. These packaging materials cannot be tampered so easily. They are tamper-proof materials. Then, of course, you have codification is also being done in packaging, so that you have your special code. Only your company knows that code. If anybody tries to tamper with that or play with that, you can easily understand what code you have. If somebody has produced a fake drug, then his code and your code would be different, so you can immediately make out that. The other things which are coming in force now is QR code. And Government of India, that is Department of Pharmaceutical and Chemicals, has already made it mandatory for 300 top brands of the country. You have to have QR code. This is basically technology driven, and technology has given us this liberty to have this type of things, because QR code is really working well. And if you have QR code, it is easily, it can be monitored, because a mobile phone, simple mobile phone also can scan a QR code, and you can understand that where the brand is being manufactured, which location, what is the manufacturing date. Entire history of the brand is given in the QR code. So these cannot be tampered so easily, because your manufacturing site, your every details of the manufacturing site, everything. So normally these things cannot be copied, nor this can be tampered by anybody. What we have observed till date, because basically all these years we have been trying to really put a halt to this kind of situation, and to see that the growth is not hampered by this kind of activities. But unfortunately, every time we see that lawmaker is little lesser than the lawbreaker. Lawbreakers are always ahead of lawmakers. So I hope that this QR code can bring a solution to our problem, and we can have a smooth transaction in the marketplace. And all the more, see, basically it is not that what companies are suffering through, but it is, I would concede to the fact that it is not more of company, it is more of the patients, those who are consuming those drugs. Because patients, those who are consuming those drugs, are not consuming the right type of drugs, because most of these drugs are inferior in quality. they are, lesser efficacious, as well as, it can lead to any kind of situation. So it is patients, those who suffer. So we are trying to educate patients across the country also that, how they should look at the products. Even, we are trying to, through our, different channels, we are trying to educate patients, doctors, that this, after this QR code has been introduced, so we are telling them that you should look at the QR code and try to verify the products which you are buying and try to see that this is coming from the company which you are expecting to buy. Okay, so this is working. This has started working, and Government of India is also supporting us a lot towards this, because this has become mandatory for the companies, those who have got top 300 brands, and that's how it is today. And we are getting a lot of supports from all external agencies also, including government and the drug departments also nowadays. And everybody is now very vigilant, and people are trying to fix this situation so that this doesn't continue forever, and we can come to a situation wherein we will be, we'll see that, the entire industry is free from this kind of activities. I hope that that happens. We are looking for that brighter day going forward, and I'm sure that if that happens, more than me becoming happy, I would be very happy for people, those who will be consuming our drugs, because they will be getting the right product which they deserve to have. So I invite questions on this. If anybody has got any question, you are welcome to ask any question. ओडिया बुझी पारे ना, ओडिया कही भी पारे, ओडिया रे पढ़ा पढ़ी भी करछि। You are right, madam. आपण जोड़ा कहले सेटा ठीक, सेइतपय मु कहली जे एबे जो QR कोड आछि, this is easy to understand, because upon a mobile day ki madhya you can scan that and you can understand whether it is being manufactured where. Eta kouti manufacturing heichi, kou jagare manufacturing heichi, kou samare manufacturing heichi, ebang tar control sample achi ki nahi, e pratyek jinso apanakar QR code re achi. Tenu even a layman also can today understand by scanning that, and everybody can make out. So this QR code is going to bring a revolution in this entire activity. And I'm sure once this is introduced across, you will not see much of these activities. That's what my take is. टिके जोर रे कहबे आगे एते बाटू आपण आवाज आसु नै।
सर क्यूआर कोड को स्कैन करने भी लिटरेसी दरकार, बहुत कष्ट भी आम साधारणतः ये जो क्यूआर कोड को स्कैन करने वी फेस्ड ए लॉट ऑफ डिफिकल्टी। डोंट यू थिंक दैट द गवर्नमेंट हैज अ रोल टू प्ले टू मेक इट मोर सिंपलर, जे साधारण जमती मैम पचारे साधारण गोटे कस्टमर कंज्यूमर जानी परिबो दिस इज फेक एंड दिस इज जेन्युइन।
आज्ञा मु आपण सत्यता कहूची, आपण को लागि पारे क्यूआर कोड टा बनया बहुत डिफिकल्ट, but एते डिफिकल्ट नुह कहिना। हाँ, it is a technically driven thing, and this is basically done by people those who are digitally specialized. But government एबे ताकू mandatory करिछि। देखो गवर्नमेंट पाखरे सॉल्यूशन आमको दे ही गवर्नमेंट करेबो, गवर्नमेंट डायरेक्टली तो किछ करि परिबो ने, काना आमे प्रोडक्ट बनौछु, आमे प्रोडक्ट बेकुछु, तेणु आमको सेटा करिया पड़िबो। एवं नाउ we are taking all possible care to put QR code in all our important brands, because this is a mandatory thing from the government side also for 300 brands. But as a I would say that leading company and company which has got a good practices, we are trying to put our QR code in every product, whatever we are going to manufacture. So, and QR code, आमे ताकू करियो सेटा कोनोसी कंज्यूमर को करिया दरकार नहीं, but yes, you have to scan that. Our scanning करियो again, it is very easy. Anybody can scan if he is carrying a smartphone. Anybody can scan that. Scanning करिया टा किसी असुविधा को था नो, किंतु आपण कौन actually पचारतले जे गवर्नमेंट कौन हम करियो, गवर्नमेंट इतने मते लगे नहीं जे गवर्नमेंट ऑलरेडी मैंडेटरी तक कर देइछि, गवर्नमेंट ताको समस्त को कहिछि ताको करिया पई एवं प्रत्येक कंपनी ताको करूचंती आउ ताको कॉमन लोक देखिबाटा निश्चित भाव कॉमन लोकंकर सेटा आज्ञा सेटा तो करिया पड़िबो. If they want a genuine drug, then they have to do that because there is no other choice.
गवर्नमेंट जो मेकानिजम अच्छे ड्रग इन्स्पेक्टर अच्छा नियमित भाव में जाकर चेक जदि करते सो दैट माने ए भली आसंतानी एवं आ गोटे कथा होची जो एनफोर्समेंट मेकानिजम दोज आर इंडल्जिंग इन दिस काइंड ऑफ एक्टिविटी दे मस्ट बी बुक्ड अंडर एप्रोप्रिएट लॉज that is what
you are right you are right
from government side.
You are right, sir. I would like to say one thing that government ebe आपण ओडिशा रे देखिथिबे गवर्नमेंट बहुत तत्पर है कि आपणकर प्रत्येक जगार छापा मारी एवं अरेस्ट करिसेंती बहुत लोकों को तांको एबे आईन भाव आईनगत भाव सी कौन शास्ति पाइबे सेटा कोर्ट डिसाइड करिवो, सेटा तो गवर्नमेंट डिसाइड करिवो नहीं, किंतु से माने निश्चित भाव शास्ति पाइबे. आउ एक्चुअली आपण जदि देखिबे ड्रग लॉ इज अ वेरी स्ट्रिंजेंट लॉ. जो माने स्पूरियस फेक ड्रग को डील करूचंती they are supposed to be penalized with a very serious, there is a serious implication of that. But only thing is that there are very far and few are being caught. Now since everybody is knowing this and there is, even from every company side, it's not that only, since I work for Zuventus, I'm not saying from the platform of Zuventus, but I can tell you that every good company today is working towards this. And everybody is trying hard to put a full stop to this. Because, see, it is not the question of how much you lose or how much you gain. It is the question of trust and faith. Because we as manufacturer, we as seller of a product, in fact, if we don't give a quality product to a doctor or a consumer, then the trust goes down. And if we are giving, but somebody else is playing in between, and creating that problem for us, then it's a huge problem for us. So we, from our side, we are trying our level best to see that it is being taken care. Government, so far I understand, government is taking care across the country. Let me tell you honestly, because I have seen across the country, Odisha, you all know what is happening. Across the country, everywhere, government is after this, people, those who are doing this fake activities, those who are manufacturing these fake drugs, they are after them. I don't know how long they can escape law, but I'm sure that they will be, someday caught. Nobody can escape from this anymore because now everybody is very vigilant. The pharma companies are creating their own sales. Then your doctors are now knowing, they are very careful. Consumers are knowing, they are careful. Government is very aware of the fact that there are such people in the society, those who are creating this type of problems for consumers. So everybody together we can, really resolve this issue.
Yeah, I'm Prakash, Chairman and CEO iBooks. Thank you. Apan jo information dale, bahut badhiya information dale. Thank you, Mr. Guha. Two questions. What is your estimate of the amount of size of the counterfeit market in terms of percentage, like if you have any? Second is, apan mention karle ki jo packaging is a very crucial thing, but I feel that it's very crucial only in cases where the product is a well-known product. Otherwise, as a like user, as a consumer of the medicines, I may not know ki kota original packaging kemiti hoji kota nuwa medicine jodi mate consume kariya achi kale. So I feel seta something maybe you can think. And upon the QR code kahile, say QR code re maybe you can consider doing some gamification, something like some rewards, so that not from the patient point of view, but from the company point of view, at least you get the information ki kotu mo medicine te kinili ko dokan, so that apano pakhare se data asijibo kale apano maybe you can look at the fake side.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Thanks, Mr. Sarangi, for giving me this idea. I accept your idea. I will certainly work on that, and I will see that something can be done. If can be done, we will do that. Now, coming to your first point is what is the percentage? See, honestly speaking, very difficult to ascertain the percentage because we haven't done any such exercise. But I can say you that see, counterfeit, duplicate drugs is one problem. There are other issues also related to this. One is sometimes we see spurious drugs in the market, which are also fake drugs. Sometimes also we see, I would say that misbranded drugs. And misbranded, for the benefit of the audience, I would like to say that misbranding is something, like from, a very known brand, it is known by the consumers, but one letter is missing, two letters is missing. You would see everything is same, but one letter is missing from that, and that is a counterfeit product, basically, So what I mean to say is that, percentage to ascertain is very difficult, but according to me, because our industry today is huge, it is, it's a huge one. So it is now, like 1,70,000 crore. So it could be around 2 to 3% of this, max to max. Okay. And packaging, as I said you, it's very, very important, sir, for a simple reason that, everybody goes to buy first a product, and every product has a packaging. Okay. Because whether it is tablet, capsule, liquid, injection, everything is inside that packaging. So packaging holds the image of the brand. Okay. So whether it is a known brand, unknown brand, it is immaterial, but the packaging carries the weightage of the product, right? So packaging, all these activities, when it comes to fake, the fake manufacturers, basically, they want to create a duplicate of that packaging. So that is where we have to work, So, because as I said, you as a consumer won't know what is there inside the tablet. But you can always look at a QR code, always can look at a hologram, you can always look at something, and you can always protect your interest looking at that. Okay, so that is where the packaging is most important, right? So I would like to conclude here, and
just one question, last questions from this side. Hello.
Yes.
Last question, sir. We listen to you very carefully, but one thing this about the spurious drugs that is coming to the market. You never mentioned about how the regulation from technical manufacturer to the supplier, the formulations.
It's a long because
let me complete the questions. Because what is happening is most of the formulator, very small formulator, maybe some of these formulator in MSME sectors, they are getting the technicals without checking their backgrounds. The technical coming to the market, that they are able to manufacture the fake drugs with not maintaining the potency, number one. So this is the regulation, what the regulation says all about that. This is number one. Number two question is, in overseas countries, when there are any diseases, we are going to any doctors, they are giving up 3 tablets of the same, suppose 500 mg ciprofloxacin. They are giving 3 tablets for 3 days. But in India, you have to take 10 tablets. The very technical question I want to understand. 10 tablets in 5 days, that 500 mg. But in foreign countries, they are in foreign countries, they have given only 3 tablets of 3 days. It clear everything. But here we have to take 10 tablets of 500 mg. Is there any difference between the 500 mg manufactured in India or 500 manufactured in US?
Yeah. See, I would like to answer your second question first. Let me tell you one thing, that I haven't seen such thing happening, because very honestly, I'm telling you, I spent almost 36 years in this industry. What you are saying is very difficult to really accept, because doses are basically recommended either by doctor or by anybody as per the textbook. Okay? ciprofloxacin has its own doses regimen, which is, and as per the disease, or as per the severity of the disease, the doses are being given, right? I can't imagine, that US will give you something and India will be giving you something in this similar disease. It's not possible. If somebody does that, it is absolutely wrong. It can't happen. And ciprofloxacin cannot have 3 tablets doses. No, that's what I'm saying. In any case, that should not happen, and that cannot happen. You have to check with your doctor, or today, you have got Google in everybody's hand. Check the doses. Doses are universal. Doses are not local. It's not that doses are only fixed for India. Okay? These doses are universal, global, and every doses what we give here are recommended by textbooks. It is not individual decision. Okay, that much I can tell you. Now coming to regulatory things and manufacturing, it's a long thing, let me tell you. It's not a very small topic. I can't detail, but it will take 1 hour from now. Okay, so madam will say me, okay, it's enough. So I really can't take your question now, but I can give you a very good answer to that. In leisure time, if I'm here, I can discuss that with you. Right? So with this, I thank you, everybody. Okay, thanks.